There we go.
Here we go. Man, it didn't want to push. The button didn't want to push. It was probably user error.
It happens though. I've noticed that. Of course, a lot of things I do is user error.
So greetings, fine people.
Howdy. Howdy. How you doing?
I'm all right. Sorry, I missed last week. Had a little family emergency with my brother-in-law Bill. He was in the hospital.
It happens. You take care of family first, man.
Yep.
And he's out now. He got out on Friday, and he's still not right. Blood pressure is a little high, but it's not near what it was. I mean, it was through the roof.
Okay.
But
well, it's good to hear that he's doing okay.
yeah, he scared the daylights out of all of us. We were all worried about him. It's just nice that he's back and all.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
Yeah. We weren't. I'll be honest with you. We weren't sure he was going to come out of the hospital the way he was with that blood pressure, because that's like stroke out level.
Oh wow. Man, so it was that high.
Yeah. It was in the upper number was like 220s, in the 220s.
Holy cow!
Yeah, and they couldn't get it down for the longest time, and finally it came down. But they ran all kind of tests, and he didn't have, any stroke or heart attack or anything like that. It was just the blood pressure.
They just didn't know they still don't know what it is.
Right, and stress might have caused it to happen, but stress isn't going to keep it up.
Right.
So, it's who knows? Who knows? It's just one of those things. We're just grateful it's back to a manageable level. So. Oh, you got
a microplane and bouillon.
Bouillon cube? You doing a bouillon cube?
With the microplane.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've never seen that done.
It's working, but it's not like I thought it was.
Oh, hey.
And I don't know where I thought I could just smash it, but it didn't smash. So
if I'd have smashed it, it would have gone 10 feet in every direction.
Yeah, I got a magic bullet somewhere, but anyway, so we'll just.
So what's your week been like?
What's that?
What's your week been like so far?
Just still kind of lethargic from the old flu.
That thing will kick you down good.
Yeah, it's wiped me out. I mean, I've gotten out and walked with the guys a couple times this week, but I just feel completely zonked when I get back. And I'm doing, multivitamins and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Hey, I get the flu shot every year. I know that doesn't guarantee you that you're not going to get the flu, but ironically enough, I mean, I'd gone years of getting it, and then one year I didn't get it, and guess what? I caught the flu. And then I've taken it every year since then and hadn't caught it again. So
I took the shot back in 97, and I remember that because the day after I got the flu shot, I was laid out for 2 weeks. Man. And I never did the flu shot again.
Wow.
So I haven't taken a flu shot since 97. And I've been fine. I get a sinus infection or cancer, but.
Hey, Scotty.
What's up, Scotty? But not the flu. So.
Where did I put my phone?
So I don't know that you missed a whole lot last week. We kind of played around with the new griddle, new toy that was sent to me from Wagnerware. So I put up a little video on it. So kind of neat little deal, and it performed absolutely amazing.
Good.
So
the pictures you put up of it, it's a nice looking griddle.
So I think what I'm going to start doing is like a Wagner Wednesday. So I'll start putting up a little video, a short or something, using the Wagner to make it a hashtag on Wednesdays. And still do the live.
Right.
I kind of gotten away from Cast Iron Wednesday because we were doing the live. I thought people don't want to see my ugly mug twice in a day, but maybe they do.
Yeah.
About tore up my finger there on that one.
Well, yeah. So what you gonna make tonight?
So I've had the all these ingredients for a while. So I'm gonna make a deconstruct. Okay, so it's a chicken cordon bleu casserole. But instead of doing it as a casserole, we're going to do it in the griddle.
Okay.
So I'm microplaning some very old chicken bouillon cubes. I mean, Mike, these are almost as old as your granddaughter.
Well, hey, they're probably still, they get hard because they dry out, but there ain't nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
Hot water reconstitute it right away.
So the idea was I would grind it up, but instead of getting a grinder, I'd grab the quickest thing possible, and it's taking a little while, and it's hurting my thumb. But
yeah, here in the South, we get humidity, and if you get it already loose, it's going to clump because of the wetness in the air.
So what my plan is to make my bechamel sauce. I'm going to use heavy whipping cream, cheese, and bouillon cubes.
Okay.
So the bouillon will enhance the chicken flavor in my cheese sauce.
So what kind of cheese you going to use?
Pepper jack.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Because I thought we had provolone, and evidently my daughter took the whole big Sam's Club 2 pounds with her when she went back to school.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't know that.
You stopped at mom and dad's pantry.
Yeah. So I didn't know that she took that. So I have pepper jack shredded, and then I got some colbyjack for the top. Then we'll put some colbyjack on, a little water, and steam them.
Hey, that sounds delicious.
So it'll be a no bun deconstructed chicken cordon bleu, but it won't be blue, and there's no breading. So it's kind of like
I said, well, hey,
it'll be like I don't know. The recipe I got was for a casserole, a Dutch oven casserole.
Right.
And because it's Wagner Wednesday, we're doing it on the griddle.
Sound like a plan. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, since I wasn't here last week, I decided I'd work on it with hot dogs. So I'm going to do perros calientes. It's going to be Venezuelan hot dog. And they have a very specific way that they do it. Now, I'm not going to mimic it exactly, but it's going to be pretty dang close. Mainly because Paige doesn't eat a raw onion. She won't eat raw onion.
Okay.
She'll eat a grilled onion or something like that. So I'm going to put onion on the griddle, and that'll be one difference in it. And for my hot dogs or hot dog, but for hers, she also doesn't eat mustard, so I'm not putting mustard on it.
Okay.
But mine will have it. So she's got 2 things that are different from what they do. I got one thing different, but everything else is going to be in line with it.
Well, you didn't miss much last week. We
We made hot dog designs.
We made shapes.
Hey, I saw a lot of the video. I haven't watched all of it yet. I'm gonna go back and finish it.
We kind of rambled, and yeah, people actually watched us make hot dog shapes.
Hot dogs. We made octopus and hearts and flowers.
I saw it. I called it octopus. I love that.
Yeah, the flower, the daisy turned out really good.
Yeah.
Except the first one had a double yolk, and that kind of messed it up.
Well, but I watched a lot of it while I was at the hospital with Bill, and he was zonked out.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there. So I said, let's YouTube it, you know.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Because that blood pressure being up just knocked him for a loop, and he was out, which is a good thing because it kept him from trying to fight them and such as that, which they already had a problem because he didn't want to stay in the bed. He's totally out of it, but he kept trying to get out of the bed.
Huh.
And if he'd have gotten out of it, he'd have fell right on his face.
Yeah.
So,
well, you ready to fire up?
Let's do it.
All right.
All right.
He's going to jump back out of the way.
All right.
About time you learned.
He tried to burn my beard off twice.
There you go.
3 times.
Okay. So
I'm going to start this one too.
let me introduce you to my new little friend.
Hey, what is that?
That is a Ninja Sizzle.
Oh, okay.
It comes with a griddle like this. It's all removable and it washes. And you got a burner under here, but it's not a burner. It's an electric coil. And it's got a little catch tray for the grease. And you got the griddle. And you also have a grill that can go on there. I'm going to use the griddle part because I'm going to be doing the onions and the hot dog at the same time. And I don't reckon that grill part going to do real good with the onions. So, because they're chopped.
We saw a Ninja Sizzle at the auction that one time.
Yeah.
And we both looked at each other. We were like, man.
Neither one of us could explain it to our wives when we got home.
Yeah.
Well, I've had the Power Pro grill. I've had a George Foreman grill. They're both, the George Foreman was good. I didn't like the Power Pro at all. But I like the George Foreman. But this thing here, I love it. It is fantastic. It is so much easier to clean than anything else I've ever had. And I'm a big fan of Ninja.
Now, I keep looking. Every time I go to the thrift store, there's always the George Foreman's.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, do I want one of those?
I've had a couple of them, and they always ended up back at the thrift store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I do like the Foreman's. And what has happened with mine is I've had 2 over the years. And both of them, I used them until they were done. And I got a lot of years out of both of them. So I couldn't really complain about them going south, you know. It was just its time.
Yeah, I think we used ours until the coating started wearing off.
While this griddle is heating up, and I'm going to put it on, I've got it on 350. And that's the thing, it's got marked off temperatures, and you've got it tells you what to put it on for whatever you're going to cook.
Oh, it does?
Oh, yeah. And that's nice. That's nice.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me get a fork. A fork. Here we go.
So, Rusty, this is going to be a relatively quick cut for us because...
Same here.
I'm using our already smoked chicken, and we're just reheating it. So and then we're using ham. We've got already diced cooked ham.
I was supposed to be coming to y'all from Northport, Florida this week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to Northport. Had the reservation, had tickets to go to spring training games, and I was going to do the live from Northport.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and that fell through because of Bill being in the hospital and my mother, and then coming out, and I have to do everything with him mostly. And she said, my mother-in-law asked if we would cancel the trip because she just wasn't comfortable with us being out of town right now with Bill being fresh out of the hospital. And I said, no worries, we'll just cancel. That's what you do.
We're going to use a little bit of smoke bomb on our chicken.
So I'm just making a side here of coleslaw while this griddle is heating up. And I'm going to do salt. A wee bit of pepper, just a wee bit.
But Mike, whenever you make your slaw, what do you put in your dressing?
I just use mayo. I
Now,
want to try making a vinegar slaw and seeing how it works using vinegar and oil.
if you can find Sheely's vinegar sauce in the grocery store, that if you pour that on like the shredded cabbage, the coleslaw mix, and then let that sit for about 4 hours to overnight,
Right.
it will blow your mind.
Yeah, whenever Tommy was in high school, we did the marching band competitions. We went down to wherever, I can't even remember the name of the city now, but wherever Sheely's is.
Yeah.
And we would always go to the big Sheely's buffet every time we had that competition.
I've never been to Sheely's, but I love their vinegar sauce. It is so close to what I make, except for I use no sugar and I change the sweetener, but otherwise it's very, 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 very close.
This is Nathan's. I think it's Nathan's. I'll look in a second. It's either Nathan's or Hebrew National. I'm not one of the two.
I've never had a Hebrew National, but there's just something about Nathan's hot dogs that just tastes so much better than any other hot dog I've ever had. I don't know what it is, but they are amazing.
These are Nathan's. They're not the bun length. They're just Nathan's regular.
We have a Nathan's hot dog restaurant that just opened up a couple weeks ago.
Here in Rocky?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, up there by Sonic.
I'm never over there.
Yeah.
Have y'all heard of? I don't know if y'all have them here, but we have them, or have them there in South Carolina. But we have them here. Brewster's ice cream.
Yeah.
We don't have one here in Rock Hill, but yeah, we've got them in South Carolina, North Carolina.
They're in Fort Mill.
Right.
And there's a couple of them here that do Nathan's hot dogs with it. It says to do it on 350. I'm gonna lower that. That's pretty dang hot. I don't want it to cook too fast and burn it. I want it to get hot in the middle. So I'm gonna put a little bit of onions on there and let them saute a little bit on here. And I'm just gonna dry cook them on here and not putting any oil on it.
So how did you come across this recipe?
Well, there was this guy who was on the Food Network. I haven't seen him in a long, long time. and he's from Venezuela, and he had a show on there where he did street eats, and Eat the Street, I think, was the name of his show, and he did this is a Brazilian street food, not Brazilian, Venezuelan street food. And he was from Venezuela, and it looked really good. And I decided I wanted to make it sometime. And I figured, this would be a good time to make it. It's a little different with the ingredients, but it has mayo on it and ketchup. But that's the way they eat it, and they like it that way. And who am I to argue with what they want to do?
Right.
Usually all I eat is mustard. This does have mustard on it, but it also has the mayo and ketchup.
So speaking of the Food Network channel, that brings me to a topic that made my wife and I got discussing. That's the Wagner. Yes, Scotty, this is the Wagner. Hello, Mikey. There we go. Yeah, Scotty, this is the Wagner. We're going to start doing Wagner Wednesdays. So my question was, what would you say your signature dish is? If you were to go on one of those shows and they say, make your signature dish. Make the dish that says, I am Mikey.
Okay. I would have to go with egg roll in a bowl.
Okay.
Because it's probably my favorite food that's keto friendly.
We do what?
It's probably my favorite food that's keto friendly. And just in the way it's made, it's keto friendly from the get-go.
Right.
And you really don't have to modify it that much. It's easy. It's one pan. You cook it in one pan.
Just
it is, that's why I say that. Now but I also do a good sausage gravy, but I like it on biscuits, and I haven't found a biscuit I really like yet.
Me neither. What's up, Terry? Madwood's in. Back under the Madwood instead of the gamer. All right. Smoked beef enchiladas is his dish. All right, Scotty. Yeah, I don't know, because like if my wife would say something barbecue related, probably pulled pork, because that's what a lot of people know me for back home.
Right.
My nephew would tell you it's my ribs. So, like, to a signature quick dish, I don't know what I would do, because she's always like, you might make the same thing, but it's never the same twice. So I was like, how would y'all describe your signature? What constitutes a signature dish? I guess is the next question.
I'm guessing whatever your family and friends ask for the most.
Yeah.
What do they want you to make for them?
Okay.
In wintertime, my go-to is chili. My family just loves my chili, and all my friends do. Whether like this, it would probably be between pulled pork, which is what everybody knows me for, just like you, and fajitas on the black stone.
Okay.
My fajitas are just, they're just really, really good, and everybody asks for them all the time.
Okay.
I do make a good fajita too. I've got a black. It's not a black stone. It's a Monument Grill that
Oh, you got that ninja right there too.
yeah. It's not really big enough to do a Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, it's big enough. So what qualifications would you say would have to be to make your signature dish?
What do you mean qualifications?
Like what would, like, so if you have a menu, right? Say your top 7 things that you make. How would you narrow that down to be your signature dish? Just by what people ask for? Because like I was thinking like my mom, when growing up, she was known for her cheesy taters or her lasagna.
Right.
So whenever the smorgasbord came up for church or family dinners, that's what she was bringing. Everybody knew it. That's what you're bringing.
Yeah.
And then, after she passed and Dad started bringing something different, now he's known for his grape salad and cheesy taters. So I guess that would be their signature dish.
Yeah.
My aunt would be her turkey and noodles, because she does homemade noodles. So it just got me thinking, and this guy that I listened to was asking, and they went into all these details about a signature dish. I don't know that really qualified or had an impact, played a factor in picking your dish.
Right. Again, pretty much what people ask for. Now, I've kind of shied away from it here lately because we had eaten a lot of it over a brief period because I'm telling you, there ain't nothing easier to make, so it because of the easiness and us having things to do, we decided to make it, and then back off of it because we had made it so much. And that was before we were tired that we were making it so much.
Yeah.
And, from work and having to cook something, it's not like we had it every night, but we'd have it once a week, twice a week.
So we don't have the same thing every week. So Honey Badger, welcome. He says he makes a mean bowl of cornflakes.
Hey, you can't. I lived off cereal in college, and cereal, Vienna sausages, and ramen.
Oh yeah. You put the Viennas in the ramen.
Yep.
Hot dogs in the ramen.
Yep.
Ravioli. Ugh. Yeah. What's up, Blood Flies? How you doing?
Now there is one other thing. They steam the bun.
All right. So now,
when I've got this on my stove, I don't have room to put anything up here to steam it with. So I'm doing this instead. I figured that's the least of my worries,
Yep, I mix the ham and the chicken together.
All righty. Now I know I'm only making 2 hot dogs here, but I put together 8 of them on the griddle. But we'll have 8 of them prepared. All you got to do is just heat them up. No, 6 of them more prepared. So, all righty. So now, what you do now, you got the hot dog in there, and you put the onion in there. I'm going to put a little more onion on mine than I do Paige's. Well, actually, I'm going to serve her this one because she'll like that bowl. She'll like the plate over this bowl better because it gives her more room.
Got a little extra, which is fine. So now we're just mixing the chicken. So we had the chicken cut into two 2 servings.
Uh-huh.
And then heated up some diced ham, about 1/3 of a pound. And now we're split that off into 2, and then we're mixing them together with some of that bechamel sauce. Pretty simple, pretty quick cook. But
now, because they shred the lettuce they use, I just used a bag of lettuce, cabbage, the coleslaw mix.
Yeah.
In the interest of time. So, it's. And
I think I've only made coleslaw from scratch with the head of cabbage and a couple carrots on the grater and stuff. I've only done that probably once. I always use the bag stuff.
Well, it's why not? Why not?
A little bit faster.
Yeah. Now, here comes something here. They put cabbage, just the cabbage, and this is the coleslaw mix right here on it.
You can get a little closer if you need to. How's that look? Decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm using my hands. It's just me and my wife, and she don't care.
Need more cheese in that one?
Yeah.
More bechamel. This is the pan Mikey gave me.
Oh, okay.
So now, here comes the other secret ingredient.
Okay, another secret ingredient. I don't know if I can handle too many secret ingredients.
Well, the cabbage is one.
Hot dog.
No kidding.
And there it is.
Now,
All right. Now,
bring this
what
in.
they-
Put the dog on.
now they use real chips. I'm using the protein chips here from Legendary Foods.
How big is the dome?
This is what I'm using.
Greater this,
Yeah.
you need to push it all together.
No, it should be that. Okay.
But what they do is they just crumble it up on top. Just put the chip right on top of the hot dog. Just like that. Doesn't take a lot of chips.
A little bit over here, huh? Just like that. And now we're going to steam the cheese.
All right.
Let me get a couple plates. Because we'll be ready to plate. Pretty quick little cook. It said this is supposed to be for a Dutch oven, but we made it work on a griddle.
Hey,
So
that's all that matters. It works. So that's
let's see. Fighting with the health department all day trying to get questions answered. Dude, I'm telling you what worked for me when because I went into the health department and asked to talk to the guy, and that's how I got questions answered. Ooh, yeah.
now I'm going to use Kewpie mayo. If I can figure out how to get in it.
Like talking to him on the phone. I went into the building and talked to the guy, and that was the only way I was able to get questions answered. Then he told me more than I needed to know, and yeah, it was a positive when I talked to him that time. But about 20 grand, I could do everything out of my house. I could get the things put together to be able to have had to have a building out back, had to have concrete slab, 3-bay sink, a wash sink,
Grease pit.
had to have the city come out and put a grease trap in, and a vent hood above my drums, and then I'd be good to go.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, that was it. 20 grand. He's like, yeah, no problem. I was like, yeah, no problem. So.
And now, the ketchup. Your people are going, oh no, ketchup on a dog.
You can pick it up.
Oh, yeah, I'm mimicking what they do.
Hey, that's all right.
I never heard anybody complain about ketchup on a hot dog. That's how I grew up eating them.
Yeah.
If you're a purist, that's ketchups are a no-no.
I never heard that.
That's like if you're at like New York, right?
And Chicago too, I think. But yeah, you're right.
I think it's time for that picture.
So
The picture.
It's not going to get any better than that.
All right. Let me find mine.
In Chicago, they put all kinds of crazy junk on their hot dogs.
yeah, I think tomato goes on it.
I know tomato, lettuce, pickles, those long thin peppers out of the jar. I mean, it's a bunch of garbage.
My thoughts are, if you're gonna put all that, how are you gonna complain about somebody putting something else on there like ketchup? Now me, I normally don't put ketchup on there, but that's okay.
Well, so now you lead me into another discussion that I had to call some family members on. So Honey Badger may not remember this. So the local county fair, we would go and they had the dairy barn. Well, the pork producers had a barn where they would sell sausage patties, I guess pork loins and stuff like that. I remember the sausage patty, and I couldn't remember what all was on it.
There it is, folks.
So I shot a message out to some family, and they were all like, "Oh yeah, it just had the pork sausage on a bun, pork sausage and cheese. That was it." And then I guess years later, they added the other condiments. But I was like, "Yeah, is this going to be big?" No, well, it might be.
I'm gonna go get the missus, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, we're done early, Mike.
Well, it's get done in under an hour, and most of the time we're pushing an hour. Every now and then it don't hurt to have one that comes in under the wire.
Yeah, buddy.
Let me go get the wife. I'll be right back.
What do you think of that? I don't want to cheat you none here. Let me get the rest of the doggone eat good. A little bit much for this little griddle. What do you think of that, bub? Can you eat that?
I believe I can.
What do y'all think?
There's no cilantro in it. There's no tomatoes.
Oh, that reminds me.
There's no Swiss in it.
Yeah. Parsley. A little bit of parsley flake. The old picture. What do you think of that? You're like, I don't care. It's just veg. Gotta get the little roughage in there, man. There. Y'all can't really see that.
Yeah, it bleaches out.
Yeah. I hear that back in the 90s, Rusty used to dance under the same steamed cheese. That was your name. Your name was Steamed Cheese.
Oh.
There you go.
Steamed cheese.
There you go. There you go, Mike.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
That's a deconstructed chicken cordon bleu.
Ooh, looks good.
Yeah.
Health department's a 4-hour drive. Mike, those look smashing. You got a chicken breast you still want to cook, right?
No, we ain't got it. I just brought it just in case we.
I think you.
Didn't know what you were doing yet, except for that.
Everybody.
I just happen to have it. So.
Think you okay.
I don't want to send it into the floor.
I got it.
So tell me what we got here.
Okay, this is Venezuelan hot dog.
Venezuelan.
It's a Venezuelan street hot dog.
What makes it
And-
Venezuelan?
Because this is how they make it.
Oh,
Because this is how
okay.
they make it.
Okay.
And it's let me put this. It's got cabbage. It's got I grilled the onion because I know you don't care for a raw onion and you don't have a lot of it on there.
Okay.
And it's got mayo, chips crunched up, mayo, ketchup on yours. Mine's got mustard because I know you don't care for mustard.
I have mustard.
Oh shoot! Yeah,
Oh,
I put it on the wrong
He
one.
trying to give me
I
mustard.
messed up on. Hang on. I'm swapping here. I'm swapping it.
It won't kill me.
I know. I swap.
Okay.
time you realize that Mike's cooking won't kill you.
Just make changes on the fly.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
That is it right there.
Yum. Can I do it now?
Absolutely, go for it.
I like that other one better, but okay. All right.
You like that, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, I
Oh,
do.
Well,
You think somebody else that puts mayonnaise on a hot dog, Venezuelan folks.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. She likes mayo on a hot dog.
you want which one?
Okay.
I'm gonna put some parsley on mine.
This is so good.
And we got a little side of coleslaw to go with it.
Okay, so he's thinking.
All right.
Oh, like steaming hot.
Yeah.
Burn it, don't you love it when you take a bite and it burns your face off?
Ooh.
Thank you for not doing that to mine.
I'll let it sit for a minute.
Okay. This is delicious. Very good.
Paige
very
is
good,
the only
very
person
good.
you'll find that blows on cold food.
Did I do that?
You
I didn't do it.
Oh, you didn't do it now.
Miss Paige, when Mike pulled your hot dog off the grill, he ran it under cold water.
Wouldn't put it past him.
Hey, gotta make it worse than
Well,
you need
this is delicious, dear. Once again,
it. I'm glad
you
like
are
it.
a great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it, folks. And
Yeah.
we're both done in under an hour. It can,
So what do you think?
Okay. Here we go.
Oh man!
Uh-oh.
You can still throw the football tonight.
Oh,
This is good.
Tom's Food Factory. What's going on?
The only, it's not a complaint, but the only thing is the smoked chicken, the smoked flavor
Honey bag.
was everything.
Really?
Yeah, I
Wow.
cannot taste the cheese. I cannot taste the ham.
Wow.
But the smoked chicken is delicious.
Okay.
So it's not bad. This is still good. I would still eat it. I would put this on the bread and make a sandwich out of it.
There
Okay.
you go.
It is good, but the smoked chicken, I think if you had done it with just like a chicken breast and split it and stuffed it or whatever,
Yeah.
like a normal blue, the smoke wouldn't be there.
Right.
But it is still really good, and like I said, it would be good on a sandwich.
So that is a.
That's the icky shuffle time. Go for the icky shuffle.
Ooh. Get some cold cuts. Get some cold cuts.
If you don't know what the Icky Shuffle is, just Google back in Icky Wood, look and Google it and look at it on. It's got to be on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it is.
He was with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Tom's Food Factory. Well, I made I modified a chicken cordon bleu casserole to work on my griddle. And I'm surprised he said that the original recipe called for a 10-inch Dutch oven and chicken tenders that were thawed but raw. And then you put it all in there and you bake it all together. So I had the smoked chicken already. I had the ham. I didn't have the right kind of cheese, but I had cheese. We used whatever I had.
Hey,
You had the right cheese.
So
you had the cheese. Taste like cheese. That's the right cheese.
and is there just enough bechamel?
Again, I can't really taste it. There is enough to where it's not as dry, because after we heated up the chicken, it was kind of dry. The bechamel added some moisture, but that's the only thing that I can get from that is just the moisture, because the smoke is just so strong.
Okay. Well, hey, that's all right. Rusty sure is eating a lot for it being too smoky.
That's not too smoky. I love smoke flavor.
Well, he said he liked it. He'd eat it again, so.
And he said you could throw the football.
That's the touchdown.
Yep.
And that's all that matters.
There's a big difference between too smoky and the smoke just overpowers the cheese and the ham that's in it.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Now you really got me wanting to try it. I do got a good cheese pool, though.
Yep.
You know, just that little steaming action.
Yeah.
It is a tad bit dry, so it could have used a little more bechamel.
Well.
But I do get the smoke flavor, but it comes in layers.
Okay.
Yeah. I
You
got
get
it
it on the front end or the back end?
in the back end.
Okay.
I do get a little bit of saltiness from the ham, so more black pepper would be what you put on.
What I put on.
Yeah. But I also use a smoke bomb, Uncle Steve smoke bomb with the chicken.
I think that's where the saltiness is coming from.
Could be.
I don't think this ham did not add that much saltiness. It was that extra smoke bomb.
But it's not like, I mean, just a little bit more cheese sauce, and I think it's money. Yeah. I'm happy with it.
I'm happy with this. I haven't tasted it yet, but I'm going to hear just shortly. I want to take a picture of it for the thumbnail, but before I do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They need to hurry up and invent them teleporters so we can transfer stuff back and forth after we cook off.
Yeah, and smell-o-vision.
If Elon Musk can go rescue somebody in outer space, he can invent that.
Yes, sir.
Yep. I was seeing them people come back. I was like, man, when Gilligan's Island, when the people came off the shuttle, they walked right out on the lagoon. They didn't have to be carried out.
They came back with way less luggage than Gilligan's Island's people did.
So, Tom, you're correct. The original recipe called for a can of chicken.
Yeah.
So I used heavy whipping cream and a couple of chicken bouillon cubes, and just got it heating up and going, and then added in the cheese. So I kind of changed it a little bit, so it was a cream of chicken with pepper jack. So.
And before we came on camera, he was microplaning bouillon cubes.
Yeah.
I love it. That's what you call getting it done right there.
My bouillon cubes are probably about as old as some of Mike's grandkids.
Yeah, there you go. I got some old ones. One's a quarter century old.
Well, Paige just turned 21 yesterday.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, Cub read this back of this, and she goes, this expired in 2014. I was like, it's still good. It's bouillon cube. Yep. October 2014. I was like, well, I'll shred it. It'll be fine.
There you go. Because it'll still be good. There ain't nothing wrong with it.
Right.
Hey, with bouillon cubes, if there ain't nothing growing on it, it's all right.
Yeah. So what do you got for next week? What comes to mind?
That's a good question. Man, I'm getting a blank. What are y'all thinking? Maybe.
Any ideas?
Let's see here.
Pork smash burger.
Ooh,
Okay.
that sounds good.
Or pork burger.
Okay.
So it has to be with ground pork.
All right. Let's do it.
We can do that. What do you think?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I get to use this again.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing don't have to leave the stove.
That's right. It doesn't leave the stove much because I use it a lot.
So I was telling Mike the plan. I'm going to try it. I'm going to see how it works. So everybody knew last week that Wagner sent me this, and I'm using it. And I thought, man, using it on the keto show is going to be great because it's a cast iron, so it goes with my cast iron theme on Wednesdays. And my thought was, I'm going to try it. See, I recorded the live of the cook from a different camera up top, zoomed in on just the griddle. So I can go back and do a voiceover and edit and all that stuff and post a little playlist of hashtag Wagner Wednesday, where I use just the Wagner skillet, the griddle.
Okay.
For two reasons. One,
that's what I was going to ask. Why?
Yep. For the reason of giving more content, I quit doing cast iron Wednesdays because I was doing the live, and I missed the cast iron Wednesdays. And I thought that doing 2 videos on the same day would be too much, like a live and a video. So if I record the video, edit it down, post it the next Wednesday. Yes, there's 2 videos back, the live and a video on the same day, but I don't know. It kind of made sense. And then to post a playlist for Wagner because they sent it to me. And that way they have a playlist of somebody using the griddle. That's kind of my thought. Is a video and a live on the same day too much?
If you're doing both of them same day, yes. Like if you're editing and putting all like that to post a video on the same day as a live, that is a lot.
Yeah. Well, I would. So like this video, I'll have edited and posted, ready to go live, like ready to view on Wednesday. I'll probably, instead of doing 6 p.m., I'll do like 8 a.m. or something like that, a different time.
Right.
So that way you're not getting too much of me because I can be a lot.
If you get it when you do it, if the views go down or you don't get the right amount of views for yourself, then it was a little much, and you can modify from there.
And my views are all over the place, so.
And you wouldn't have to necessarily release it on Wednesday. Since you've got it live on Wednesday, you could release it on, say, Friday, another day.
Yeah, that kind of defeats the cast iron Wednesdays.
Well, yeah, so it'd be cast iron Wednesday and Wagner Wednesday. Is the hashtag.
But if you could change that to cast iron Friday and post it on Friday. If you find that having 2 on the same day is too much, just move it to Friday.
Yep. The thing with doing it on Wednesday is there's already a Cast Iron Wednesday group and playlist that's going on with other channels.
And there's a ton of videos on it.
Yeah, so it's kind of a thing already. So,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just something I was playing around with. So what do y'all think? Chuz Barbecue did the pork burger. That's the one that I saw and made me question. I don't know if you were in, Tom, but growing up at the county fair, now this is probably going back to my early 20s, if not my mid-teens. That's how long ago it was. And the pork producers would make sausage and do pork loins. I don't remember the pork loin, but they would do pork loin sandwiches and sausage. And I just remember the sausage and cheese on a bun, but I couldn't remember if there was anything else on it or anything like that because it's been so long ago. And so I reached out to the family, and they were all like, yeah, it was just the cheese. I was like, okay. But anyway, so that's where I got not the idea, but the flashback of a pork burger.
Whenever we had the county fairs and stuff here, they never did, pork burgers or pork patties. All they had was the long sausages on the grill with the peppers and onions.
Mm-hmm.
And you just go by and you get it. They can cut you off 8 or 10 inches of it, put it on your plate with the peppers and onions. You go.
Yep.
And there's nothing can beat that smell of peppers, onions, and sausage at the county fair.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Tom, that sounds like a good plan, buddy. I thought about is when's a good time to post a video?
That's a good question.
Because like you look at the analytics and it tells you all different times. And, I know I get the videos whenever I get to them. So, hi, Spider Garage. What's going on, buddy? How you doing?
How you doing?
So I kind of wonder, I've been posting 6 p.m. Should I go like at noon? Just start moving at noon? I don't know.
Yeah.
I never thought the time mattered.
Oh yeah, it can matter. You can look at your analytics and you can see when your viewership is at its peak, and you can post there.
Yeah. Post before noon. I'll give them a choice to watch earlier in the day or after the live. Okay. Yeah. I'll start doing that.
Why not?
Yep.
Well,
I never thought that the time mattered. I figured you get your notification on the phone that, whenever we do this, you get a notification. Whenever you get a chance, you just hit the button and watch it.
Well, a lot of people aren't subscribed that watch. So, there's, I've got 300 channels that I'm subscribed to. And if I go and I don't get notifications on all of them, so I'll have to go to the subscription page and scroll down to see who's posted.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you're too early, that'll get lost in that page.
Yeah.
Or they do the recommended videos. After you watch a video, then if it's not in peak time that people watch, it could get lost. There's a whole.
Yeah, I don't know none of that stuff.
Yeah, there's a whole
video when we get to it.
Yeah,
there's a whole science behind it that takes some getting used to.
Yep, I think that's why I switched from early morning to 6 p.m.
And
I don't really notice a difference in views, and some days I get more views the second or third day.
Yeah.
Well, thinking about it, you got more time to sit down and relax and watch something at 6 p.m. because you got home from work and you're sitting down. Whereas at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., you are getting ready for work. You're making your coffee. Right. You're getting your breakfast. You're trying to get out the house.
And that's where on my analytics, the higher amount of subscribers are on YouTube at that time. So they want you to hit that time or before. So, but okay, Tom's got it. Posted right before noon, so 10, 11 o'clock, I can go from there.
Yep, give it a try.
Yep, we'll do that. Well, we're under an hour.
Yeah, we did it.
So
We did it. That's what we strive for. I think we've only one time missed it.
yeah, we went along a couple times. We was yapping.
But if you look at the yapping part of it beforehand, the cook time actually came in under an hour on all of them, but maybe one, and it was pretty dang close. It might have been under an hour too.
How many times you go to somebody's house for dinner and what is the first thing you do?
Talk.
Talk.
Yep.
Then you get down to brass tacks.
Yep.
So
That's a fact.
all right. That was really good. So we got pork burgers next week.
Pork burgers.
All
Smash.
right. Smash burgers. Sounds good.
Let's do it.
All right. So we'll get out of here. And, well, that was a good one.
Yeah.
You liked it, which I'm surprised. So
Yeah.
thumbs up.
Like I said, no tomatoes in it. There's no cilantro in it. I'm good.
And no Swiss.
Yeah, and no Swiss in it.
Yeah. So
There you go.
yeah. All right, Mike. Well, yours look fantastic. I almost want to trade you.
All right. All right. I'd like to try yours.
So
I'm gonna go back and watch it and make it.
it was pretty cut and dry. It was simple.
Yep.
So simple a toddler could make it. And a toddler would like it.
Yeah, I think so.
So probably so. There's nothing on there that they shouldn't like.
Cheese, ham, chicken.
Yeah.
Nolan would like it. You pour a gallon of ranch on it.
Yeah, I know. She would put ranch on it and she would eat it.
She come over to the house last night, and I had brought in pizza from Sam's Club, and Tamara had just made a big jar of homemade ranch. And I saw Nolan. I said, "We've got pizza, and she's got a gallon of ranch right there."
There you are.
Kid's a mess, man.
There you are.
So, all right, Mike. Well, I had fun. Did you have fun?
I had fun.
All right.
One
And it
minute.
tasted good.
It tasted good.
Tasted good.
Rock on. Y'all are awesome. Have a great week.
Have a great week, guys.
Let's be careful out there.
Right there it is. Boom.